So let's discuss about anemia. Okay, anemia is any problem related to your red blood cells, your hemoglobin, or hemoglobin carrying capacity towards oxygen or anything. Okay, so what is the first of all, if I want to ask before anemia, what is the color index of our hemoglobin? Okay, what is the normal color index of our hemoglobin? Color index, okay, for hemoglobin is basically our blood is 0.9 to 1, 0.9. Okay, to be basic, 0.9. Okay, now basically now we classify this anemia. Okay, according to the value of, let's classified according to value of MCV, mean corpuscle volume. Okay, mean corpuscle volume. What is the normal value for this? The normal value for this mean corpuscle volume is 980 to 99. Okay, it's 80 to 99. Mean corpuscle volume. Okay, mean corpuscular volume. Okay, 80 to 99. And one more thing we are taking in consideration here is color index. Okay, now it's divided here in three types. Microcytic. Okay, in microcytic it is less than 80. What is less than 80? Or mean corpuscle volume. Okay, and in this the color index is basically less than, the color index is also less than 0.8. So we call this as hypocromic anemia also. Okay, microcytic or hypocromic anemia, both are same thing. Okay, now second classification is normocytic. In normocytic it's basically like 80 to 95 or 99. Okay, it's normocytic anemia. And the third one is macrocytic anemia. Okay, in this macrocytic, this mean corpuscle volume is basically more than 100, and we also call it as hyperchromic anemia. Hyperchromic, why? Because in this the color index is also more than 1. Okay, the color index is more than 1. What is the normal color index? It's 0.9. Okay, now in microcytic or hypochromic there are basically 4 types of anemia which we should discuss. The first one is sideroblastic anemia. Okay, and yeah, one more thing, in this microcytic anemia, as in general feature, in this there is increase of immature RBCs from bone marrow. Okay, just basic thing. Okay, increase of immature RBCs from bone marrow in this microcytic. But let's discuss its type first of all. Sideroblastic anemia. Okay, then second one is iron deficiency anemia. The third one is thalassemia. We will discuss about them in detail just now after this classification. Thalassemia. And fourth one is anemia of chronic disease. Okay, and one thing, like in this normocytic we have basically 3 types of anemia which are important. The first one is paraoxymal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Okay, PNH anemia. Okay, PNH anemia. Paraoxymal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. The second one is hereditary spherocytosis. Okay, hereditary spherocytosis. Okay, this is also known as especially in Ukraine, Minkowski-Shofard disease. Okay, Minkowski-Shofard disease. It's very important. Okay, AK means also known as, this AK is also known as hereditary spherocytosis, is also known as Minkowski-Shofard disease. Okay, and the third one is G6PD anemia, D6PD deficiency. G6PD deficiency anemia. You know what is this G6PD? Anyone? Yes, it's glucose 6-phosphatase dehydrogenase. Okay, deficiency anemia. Okay, we will discuss about them just now. Okay, this macrocytic of hyperchromic. Okay, it have basically 2 types. The first one is vitamin B9 deficiency anemia. Okay, what we call this B9? Folate. Okay, folate deficiency anemia. And second one is vitamin B12, cobalamin. Vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. Okay, vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. So this is a kind of summary thing. Or now let's discuss in detail about the first one, sideroblastic anemia, and according to their order. Okay, so the first one which we are going to discuss here is sidero. Yes, this is sideroblastic anemia. Sideroblastic anemia. Okay. Usually it is found that this happens because of B6 deficiency. You know, B6 deficiency or heme synthesis disturbance. B6 deficiency. Okay. In this, the first thing is vitamin B6 deficiency. Okay. In this, we found isonic acid toxicity. Okay, so basically what happens, this isonic acid toxicity leads to decrease of vitamin B6 decrease. Okay, this sideroblastic anemia is also found in one poisoning, and that is lead poisoning. Okay, lead poison. Okay, whenever someone gives lead or lead poison, then it inhibit what? It inhibit ferrochelatase. Okay, and this ferrochelatase is help in heme synthesis. Okay, this is helps in heme synthesis. Okay, and in this sideroblastic anemia there is one more thing, there is ALA synthetase inhibition. Okay, and this is also ALA synthetase. This ALA synthetase is also an important enzyme in heme synthesis. Okay, ALA synthetase. So now in the sideroblastic anemia there is accumulation of iron. Fe means iron. Okay, Fe means iron. Accumulation of iron in body. Okay, and because of this accumulation of iron there is one condition arise. Okay, this is ringed sideroblast. It forms what? Ringed sideroblast. It's sideroblast. Okay, and this we can stain by Persian blue. By what? Persian blue. Okay, and in this sideroblastic anemia you can also write so what will happen to the total iron binding capacity, TIBC, total iron binding capacity, as there is accumulation of iron in our body. Okay, so there is so much iron in our body, so this will decrease because it can bind to a limit now. So after that there is a lot of iron in our body, so total iron binding capacity will decrease. What will happen to iron? Fe means iron. Okay, and ferritin. Ferritin is iron storage protein. It's important. Okay, iron storage protein. It will increase. Iron and all these things are increase. So TIBC, total iron binding capacity, will decrease, and Fe and ferritin will increase. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. Sideroblastic anemia. And in this what happens? Usually it occurs in vitamin B6 deficiency or heme synthesis disturbance or heme synthesis disturbances. Now second one is our iron deficiency anemia. It's also very important. So now second is our iron deficiency anemia. In this, first of all, what happens? There is decrease of iron absorption. Okay, absorption. ABSOPT ion absorption. Okay, absorption. This usually happens because BCZ, because of chronic bleeding. Chronic means long term. Okay, chronic bleed. Chronic bleeding, or there is one thing, I hope you already studied about this in med bio, and cyclostoma duodenalis. Okay, this is a worm that stays in your basically duodenum, and it does what? It causes a lot of bleeding. Okay, in your intestine part. Okay, and cyclostoma duodenalis. In this iron deficiency anemia, what we see in a patient, we see like nail, NAIL, nail brittleness. Okay, nail brittleness, or we can see hair fall. What? Hair fall. Okay, and in this what will happen? There is decrease of ferritin. Obviously there is less iron, so ferritin will also decrease. Okay, ferritin is basically what? It is a stored form of iron. Okay, stored form of iron or iron storage protein. Okay, stored form of iron. What will happen to transferrin? You know what is transferrin? Transporter of iron. It will increase. Transferrin ferrin, because our body will be like, oh, there is less iron, so I need iron. So when body needs iron, it will increase what? It will increase transferrin to transport iron to the cells that need it. Okay, so transferrin is transporter of iron. And what will happen to total iron binding capacity? It will also increase. Okay, because there is very less iron, so it will increase. In this patient, there is one condition that is called pica condition. Okay, this usually happens, this pica condition. There is, in this condition, there is urge to eat iron. Okay, there is urge to eat iron. The patient want to eat iron. Okay, so you can see in small childs also. Okay, so what they do, they start eating soil. Okay, they like, because soil have minerals many. Okay, and this usually, okay, in children, it's affected in children's or females. Okay, females during pregnancy and in small children's childs. Okay, this disease, iron deficiency anemia, is related to one more disease. And that disease is Plummer-Wilson syndrome. Plummer-Wilson syndrome. Okay, these two diseases are interlinked. How? See, in this disease, the symptoms are, there is oesophageal webbing. There is iron deficiency anemia, and there is dysphagia. dysphagia. Okay, dysphagia. Okay, dysphagia. These two diseases are related: iron deficiency anemia and Plummer-Wilson syndrome. Okay, now our third disease is thalassemia. What is our third disease? That is thalassemia. Okay, in the thalassemia, the first thing, there is increase in target cells. It's very important. Okay, there is increase in target cells. Okay, now hemoglobin have, as you know, our hemoglobin have 4 alpha chains. Okay, and how many beta chains? 2 beta chains. बच्चे दो ही अच्छे. Sorry, 2 beta chains. Now there are 2 types of thalassemia. The first one is alpha thalassemia. If there is absence of first alpha chain, okay, or problem in this, then there is asymptomatic. Okay, it's asymptomatic. If there is problem in or deficiency in second alpha chain, then there are mild symptoms. If there is problem in third alpha chain, then there are moderate symptoms. If there is problem in 4 alpha chain, or if it's absent, then there are severe. Then this is severe alpha thalassemia. Okay, and in baby, if this 4 is absent, okay, in baby, if 4 alpha chain is absent, okay, then we call this baby as, okay, in baby, this condition as hydropis pitalis. Okay, hydropis pitalis. Okay, then in beta chain, okay, if beta chain is absent, which beta chain is absent? If there is first beta chain is absent, then it's like minor beta thalassemia. Okay, and if there is second beta chain problem, if like second beta chain is absent, okay, you can write absent. Okay, if second beta chain absent, then this is major beta thalassemia. Okay, I will zoom in now for you. Okay, second beta chain, there are 2 beta chains. If which beta chain is absent, this is absent sign. Okay, mine. If first beta chain is absent, then minor beta thalassemia. If second beta chain is absent, then major beta thalassemia. Okay, now in this second beta chain, this is very important. Okay, major beta thalassemia. In this, what happened? There is one condition arise. You can also see that is called chipmunk face. What? Chipmunk face. Okay, like skull on face appearance. Okay, chipmunk face. In this, there is extra medullary erythropoiesis. Okay, and HbA2 increases. Hemoglobin of A2 increases. HbA2 increases. Okay, what is extramedullary erythropoiesis? Okay, in this condition, how you can identify? In skull, okay, in skull you have hairy images. Okay, in skull you have hairy images. Okay, skull face hairy images. Okay, skull on. We also call this appearance as skull on face appearance. Okay, what is this chipmunk face? You know how does a chipmunk face look like? Do you know? Let me tell you. This is how a chipmunk face look like. Okay, you can see this is a chipmunk. This is an animal. Okay, like a squirrel. Okay, in India we call this squirrel. Okay, so this is the patient face look like. Their mouth. Okay, this is how you see it's increasing. Okay, so this is chipmunk face. You can also find this image on Google. Okay, chipmunk face. Now thalassemia is now what is fourth type? Fourth one is anemia of chronic diseases. Anemia of chronic diseases. Okay, so this can be arise like in rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, ITI is inflammation. You will study about this in pathology and other subjects. Okay, rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, chronic kidney disease. Okay, so in this what happened, the kidney releases erythropoietin. Okay, so kidney releases erythropoietin. Okay, this is a kind of hormone that act on your that set to your body like bone marrow or other parts to make more erythrocytes, basically more erythrocytes. Okay, this erythropoietin secreted from kidney. Now in inflammation, as I already told you, ITIS means inflammation. It is, but still. Okay, inflammation. Actually, in inflammation, there is release of one protein, and we call that protein as hepcidin. What? Hepcidin. Okay, this causes what? This hepcidin. This decreases reabsorption of Fe, iron. Okay, from your gut. From gut. Okay, decreases reabsorption of iron from gut. Okay, so in this, if someone want to ask you, what will happen to ferritin? What will happen to iron, and what will happen to total iron binding capacity? Just think, reabsorption of iron in gut, so iron decreases. Okay, so total iron binding capacity will, in this, it's important. Okay, it's little something little different. So in this, actually the total iron binding capacity also decreases.